Hello and welcome to the podcast. If you're new here, I am Rachit, and on the podcast I talk about stuff that I truly care about and things that I think can add great value to your lives. Today I want to talk about being in the desires market and not being in the solutions market. It's important to clearly distinguish between what people desire and how they fulfill them. Our desires usually remain the same, but methods of fulfillment keeps changing. For example, the desire to have good oral hygiene can be fulfilled in multiple ways. Toothbrushes, mouthwashes, or even crunchy foods like carrots can help clean mouth as we chew on them. What people care about is their desires and not how they are currently fulfilling them. If a better way to fulfill their desires come along, they'll switch to it in a jiffy. This is why innovative startups take out entrenched incumbents. People really have no loyalty to solutions. Because there are diverse ways of fulfilling a desire, it also means that an established toothpaste company doesn't have to just compete with other toothpaste companies. It also has to compete with all alternative ways of getting good oral hygiene, such as mouthwashes and people chewing carrots. This is good news for entrepreneurs because this means no market is ever done. Even before toothbrushes came along, people cared for their oral hygiene, and even long before toothbrushes are long gone, people will still care for their oral hygiene. Such desires always remain. Better solutions can always supplant the old ones. Let's look at a few more examples. Our desire for music has always remained, but methods for fulfilling that desire has evolved from live orchestra, vinyl records, cassettes, CDs, MP3 players to now streaming services such as Spotify. Similarly, our desire for finding information has also always remained, but what has changed is that we have stopped going to libraries or looking at yellow pages and now started Googling. Tomorrow, even Googling can stop, but our thirst for finding information will never go away. Entrepreneurs are fond of saying that their solutions are unique in the market and hence they have no competitors. That's not true. People do not sit still waiting for a perfect solution to arrive in the market. They are usually using something or the other to fulfill their desires. You may not identify it as a competitor, and what people are using might not be optimal or good, but it's there and people use it. The first ever search engine really didn't compete with the yellow pages because that's what people were using to find information. No matter how unique, all new things compete with old things. So in everything that you do, you need to have clarity on what human desire are you trying to fulfill and what existing alternatives are available to the customer to fulfill that desire. Even though CRM software and Microsoft Excel seem to be serving different markets, from the lens of desires, they compete head-on because both fulfill the same desire of business owners to keep track of their customers. Desires are also known as jobs in the particular jobs to be done framework for building products, which we talk about in the next podcast. Thank you, and I see you next time.